and Casey O'Neill who put this together, wherever you are, and this student's gallery for hosting Casey. I'm going to read some newish poems from a book we're working on called, can you guys hear good? It's okay. Called Mirror Magic. It's a book about alchemy and magic. These poems read pretty fast, but that's just how they're written. I'm Angelos Sakkis. Hi. There's a track that says, break the stone if you drop it twice. The no animal miracles were effected upon consideration. There's an oil from the outset that seeks silly offspring, the way a windsurfer rides white water. They reap the freeway in front, peeling shoulders, a human container set back as a bundle of rays. Please excuse this circle of constellations, the quadas where we gain the weight of precious stones on top of all that other sperm and tincture. Naturally, you'll be offered a job outside the Olympic after bowling in Brezsny, where wind-blown trees act as one animal, naturally watery and oily, seeping from their weakened gaze, moving about your bowels. The earth is its nurse, so says the sucker-free city on a mad dash through food assimilated in my body as iron and calories are discarded as a wonderful juice, though sometimes bare and dry, as a summer day fondling my talisman on a skateboard in circles and circles, never marking these patterns on feet indelible and religious. The way wheels are runes carving out a language in clouds, the best lines are burning and roasting in alembic weather. This weekend we'll see roasting and calcinations. The black pitchy matter moving here and there, this and that in veins and drops the black top flat and undulating in groups of offspring, carving out a language that's a real language, red and skin bursting horizontal little slices that resemble cursive puffs dissipating in glossy eyes through a screen on a hillside, crawling with creatures invisible as a water spider in the morning light multiplied tenfold for coloration. This way is traversed by the sages, such a simple solution. When the power increases, the speedy distillation bends its knees. I have no charge of the lake. I'm running cold and stiff, whichever mile marker we manifest, we cheat by degrees. That the weather is warm and salty, that the solar power is a Greek word, running on the back at times crass and smelly. Many different minerals find their function when fingered, though it helps to be traveling stateside, or at least leaving whichever state you were born in to get at the firmament festering a passive materia. Then fall down and fall further, and what a gnomic cliche, the earth as our nurse, but don't worry about assimilation. Food fortifies the occasion whether bare or dry. A bifurcated mammal talks mammalian words when spoken to. Roasted on the spit and non-fixed and fluid, using the word spirit, thoroughly and clearly is a virtue at the base on a navel, descending through substances neither here nor there, though suffocating yourself while an alchemical animal, you'll retain some kind of phantom memory while repeating spirit, 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 crossing state lines with a particular disposition and noble humor. There are myriad steps to consider before transitioning into a mineral monster. Step 1, instant travel shift. Get out of human skin, then wonder what it would look like to enter paradise. Step 2, energy shift. Highlight the transcendent moments of your day by illustrating on paper all the erogenous zones of your body from least sensitive to most sensitive. Treat the paper and pencil as you would the genitalia of a trusted partner. Project yourself into her body from every cardinal point. Feel yourself growing lighter and brighter and buzzing with energy. Repeat the command, make me a mineral monster. Step 3, flight shift. Hover as long as you can in your bedroom, aiming midway between your dresser and the ceiling. Extend your arms so that your fingernails begin to tingle and itch. Center yourself so that your balls begin to rotate and swell. Imagine yourself shooting into the ceiling at hyperspeed. Step 4, virtual reality shift. Walk into a mirror, movie, TV, or computer screen. Avoid gazing into your own eyes, as this will cause an unshakable sense of dread. Add commands for shifting into specific minerals, e.g., make me an amber giant, a malachite giant, etc., etc. Step 5, melting hand shift. Look at your hands and watch them melt, then look away. Repeat this a few dozen times. If you have bedroom eyes, you will have a hard time accepting this. This will cause a transmogrification of the body, shifting you into the mineral realms. Add commands for a more desirable body, e.g., take me to the moon. Step 6, spin shift. Spin around as fast as you can until you vomit. Step 7, falling shift. Step backwards off a concrete sidewalk while pressing the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. The phenomena associated with tonguing the contours of your mouth can be useful during minimal monster transition. The falling backward sensation can be disorienting and scary. Do not panic. Your flesh and bone are merely ascending into a higher state of consciousness. Do not cross your legs and do not speak while experiencing these phenomena. Continue body exercise for 2 minutes or until emerging as a mineral. After Y'es and Diaeresis. Rain drove her to bright, brain-poundage paper, though turntables be othered. On the scale of your breath control, I tick-tock my minutes. NIMBY pansies get butterflies. Shadow pollution kills birds, so rents go up and over. You laugh at the needles that stick to your meddling. Picket white fences painted brown-nosed babies, in some kind of fascination. We call it from here to there. Hear her cowboy boots drag while her fingers run the lines of her underwear. The course is clear. Do nothing. Resist. Inspect your betters. Newer and never. Prepare your vacation. Leave California to the birds. No enemy can walk the earth with false confidence from word to thing on the freeway. Scorched in summer and baked throughout the day, lunchtime is most visible, its insistence proven by sports talk radio. Fasting is only a parting of ways. Expunge the cellular creatures go down on you en masse. With wondrous legs, the ligature of payday sows the nightingale, and here comes the Leo overstaying his time, frightened of his shadow. A little nosedive down. My posture is a yellow balloon. Into and out of the bottle, this sour spittle, this little wreckage go round. I can't feel my legs licking it sprightly. A love burn nervously fleeing. The last time I was in NYC, I was flooded. SFL will never be named MILK. Now that blah, 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 diamonds and furs, a waspish widow in the apple of my eye, and the layover of my loudishness. My ball of balls are hung and heavy with merriment, or a ball toast to our brattiness. Cake and food, I'm a bubble wrap b-boy, smell, smell, smell. Say that's really swell, mister. Say you're a bottom dweller skimming cul-de-sac clean. Like a mean reaper, you give good bone. Let's play kick the can down the road, telephone. Repeat after me. My bloody gums receding. My buddy knows no bleeding. My buddy's knows. And I really can't remember your text preference, whether your autodidact was fuzzy and X-rated, but yes, definitely human and stiff as a stream. Straightening out small tweakers, huffing and puffing above me, working the floor till kingdom come. Starts couplets, sparks outrage on the internet. Starts couplets, the Bonnie Bay Bridge of Autumn. The screaming memes gave us the heebie-jeebies. Living ghosts go down the loggers trail, chewing cud at the crossroads. Vanishing hitchhikers never get where they're going. Spill a whiskey, your Jason mask is ready. And I'm falling down on the mark. At the river a water tick bit my belly. There is no heaven, only bread. You are one of them that eats their God, only folly. A skipping rocks on Sunday compounds the daily dose. This tree isn't stone. This eucalyptus salve in the mud. Her feet are bound, not bent. Her feet are a transparency. And such a small maneuver yields some euphoria, nausea, vomiting, which some experience as euphoria. I see her white ribs on the parchment. The rule is, flee down the stairs into the street. There is mud on my face, some constipation and all its analogs hiding from her. I've been here before. This bridge isn't real. I can't find my footing on this color. She says, I'm spoiled and I can't find my footing. Take it away. This water. This is how I quest. Play in the rain, phosphorus, and train wreck. The reason why my friends' hoaxes vary. Sometimes they obviate the buddy system, causing widespread panic. They meddle out pain in increments. Do you hear me? So much activism. So much splattered guts through the bullhorn. Marriage is an alternative or dramatized allegory, midway along life's journey, not exactly subtle allegory. Do you hear the metamorphic flashbang grenades are bursting? The pig's poison blood is bursting with good intentions. I can't stand this rain in August, and then I lay down large and small. This is a factual text. The same committee proceeding and leapfrogging along the banks of the hanky-panky bears the weight of all that bullish rigmarole. As so often in the history of therapeutics, a serendipitous thing happened. On the way to supper, we got game and came correct. We shook the shutter and developed nicely. I miss those moments on vinyl, even though I can't stand the pain of table scraps given greedily. This is a power trip reincarnated, undeterred and unfettered. The millennium is a confusing term, as I'm bleeding the locals only. This generation shall not pass directly or indirectly into the abyss. Not to exaggerate too much though, but I'm betting on it. Copious kisses, illusions and legends, skipping breakfast to feel the belly burn, pride wears a scepter and crown. I knew a witch in Antioch, okay. I wrapped my druggy penis in a warm, wet sock. No way. It's not the party I thought it was going to be. It's not really a haunted house. At the mouth of the eel, white rocks lurch. The precious stones are an eel gnawing away at my mouth. My gums are numb. An eel has teeth like fish bones, gouging at my throat. An eel has watery gray teeth, like redwoods, that turn to cement over time. I was told to beware the surface of the river. I logged a complaint. We throw rocks at the overpass. The river reeks. The true point of this hike is of no consequence. There is no infection. An overpass hovers above a bend. If you can hit this hovering mass with watery rocks, space itself bounds forth a burning mass. An overpass, rocks hover when handled, no longer in neutral space. Orgula Divina, a common tune on an autumn evening. To hear it is Byzantine. Follow the croaking toads along the river into the woods. Sniffing at the street, geese are expected on this trail in autumn. Their stupid honking, hurrying the horror, however they get here. We are sitting knotted up on cold ground. You call it nature, that ever collapsing incertitude. Joy to the herald of geese cackling. The lake to the north in arousal. A new season in heaven and proud of the bruises you accrue. Gripping the slick sticks between your fingers, someone is waving their arms and running at the geese. The dark water of autumn, you can smell it, that sour stench. The animals are lucid in bursts of eye contact, while the geese keep cold above the river, this water, this drawn-out, Y-shaped ravine. Knead the bread, whose biology is sour and fatty. I forget if it's the Eastern span who rose on the third day in this way, according to the scriptures. Nomenclature is a silly thing, beating my fingers against the irreparable havoc you reap. I open the bedroom window. There's no fog anymore, or wind, just the seeds feeding the weight of the spectacle. There isn't any time at all. The irreparable thing you become, stuck without suspicion, without separation. The will no longer reveals anything other than what you already know. The will is ridiculous. The very fact that one even speaks, rising early in the morning, kissing the icon repeatedly. God the Father, Freaknik, follows suit. Why bother bargaining with the harbinger, holding his own essence hostage? His rents rotten, his kingdom has no end.